Yeah, we're gonna have to let this music go for now. I have to figure out something with that. Unless I like turn it all the way down on the back. But that's the xylophone messed me up because I'm listening to the xylophone. I can't concentrate. That was cool though. That was cool. Maybe once I do like the real deal and I have software running this stuff, I might fade music in under me after I do the charts. Yeah, if it wasn't for that xylophone, I'd have been okay. All right, let's check out Komodo. And then what I'll do is I noticed some people said that the Google thing, little Google watermark covers up that logo. So what I can do is I can actually put up a watermark that shows kind of the chart and the scale that we're on. That way, there you go. That way it's always there. And when I maximize the window, that will be there. So you know this is Komodo to Bitcoin on a 343. That's kind of cool. So we might start doing that. And then also, and I guess I should just, you know what I'm saying, throw my own up there. That's kind of cool. There you go. All right. And then we can even put the date that we drew it, 12/15. Bam, bam, bam. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. All right, let's check this one out. What we see with Komodo, I'm gonna turn these candles off. Let me pull you guys back on this one over here. And so again, guys, if you're just now joining us, I'll probably break this section of the video out for everybody, for the whole YouTube community. What I try to do now is break these charts out. That way, if people still, you know, if they can't make these live streams, they at least can still get the benefit, you know, being active in the community and checking these videos out after the fact, right? And so what I'm gonna do is cut this guy off, make this screen big. You can see that I have a watermark on the chart now. So I know some people said that the Google logo cuts off the chart in the candles. They don't know what they're looking at. So now you can see this one is Komodo on a 343. Boss of Bitcoin.com for all the resources available to the community. And yes, the Z Burke, this is live. Here we go. Komodo. Simple rules, you guys. Simple rules. When the white go below the blue, white and blue, you know what to do. White above, buy. White below, it's got to go, right? So let's check this thing out, see which one we're at. Our last intersection of that 7 and that 77, you can see, bam, it's time to get paid, baby. Time to get paid. Now, one thing you do want to be cognizant of is wherever that 343 is, wherever the 231 is, because this is going to be short-term resistance, right? So let's see what happened to the candles if we came up. We haven't come up to it yet, but you can see we've been pretty strong leading up that charge. But I would imagine we'll probably do something like that and then come down and consolidate a little bit, right? Because it's just built into the chart. And that's why I use these moving averages, because one energy cycle completes, you know, at the start of the next one, right? So the 231 is basically our ceiling for any quick breakout. And that's why I like having the 231 on. People ask me, BK, what do you use the 231 for? This is what I use it for. When a chart breaks out, I need to know how much more room does it have to go higher. And that's exactly what I use it for. So you can see, you know, this thing is up 13% right now, but it's only got about 10% left, right? So if you haven't bought this, you might want to wait a second, let the second wind come back, right? Because it'll 9 out of 10 times, this is exactly what happens. Look, it hits that top line and comes back down. Let's see, it did it right here. Broke out, hit the 231, came back down, right? So that's really what you need to be cognizant of. So if you want to jump on this one, you still can, but you better have a sell right there. Take your 10% and keep it moving, right? Because it doesn't clear it on the first one through, right? Every single time, look at that. White cross the blue, rejected by the 231. White cross the blue, rejected by the 231. Up here, white cross the blue, candle wick, rejected by the 231. So it's all right there, right? These lines talk to each other. So if you want to, you know, jump on for 5, 10%, you know, by all means, jump on, but just have a quick sell right up there, right at 28.9, right? And that'll be a good little pickup for you guys, because that's just built into the market. That's the market psychology. When you get one intersection, you can't get two, right? Not in the same extension, right? So it'll have to do something like that, right? And give you another intersection in the meantime to regroup on, right? So that's Komodo. What other charts we want to see? Somebody said mind blown. Bam! Drop the mic, man. Fade to black. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got. Thank you for coming, folks. We'll see you next week. Let's do a top 20 coin. Any top 20s doing okay? So that was Komodo. Somebody said Zcash. Let's check that one out. This won't be a very long chart. You can see, I mean, the white's above the blue, but we didn't even get up to that 231 that time, right? You see that we tried to get it and then got rejected. So this one is still a pretty weak coin. Even though that white is above that blue, we still got all that pressure right there. And because it didn't even clear the 231, I wouldn't even bother with that one. That one's going all the way back down there to find some new support and try it again, right? It's like this one, Zcash. Is this ZEC? Zcash? Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, Zcash is like the kid at the school, you know what I'm saying? The 8th grader, you know, the smart kid, the nerd that went up to the high schooler and asked prom queen to prom. and she just rejected him before he even came, before he could even speak. She said no. He turned around and went back. So he had to go home and regroup and think up a better execution strategy, right? So this thing is definitely coming down. It's just got too much negative momentum. Rebuy it right around 20, and then you'll have a little bit more momentum built into it to try it again. It's just a lot of downward pressure on this chart. It's not a very good chart at all. Let's see what these things look like. Breakdown, breakout. Look at that breakdown. This thing is almost about to hit a nail on the head too. Right? That white and that blue is going to intersect right on schedule. Right here. See that? And this is what I talk about, you guys, when I say 1 + 2 = 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is a clear chart. It has clear cycles, clean energy, but it's just too much downward pressure from that 231. This thing really doesn't have a chance, right? It's going to need to ground itself, eat some Wheaties, some spinach, something, but it's not a good coin at all right now. Maybe one day, not today. One more, and then we'll go ahead and get started with this video. Again, if you are just now joining us, make sure you hit that like button. 159 people live on the air, rocking out with the boss. Make sure you come into our Facebook group. I am going to pick a cash winner after this chart. I'm going to do my intro, and I'm coming back into this Facebook group to pick a cash winner. Share this post. That's all you got to do. Share that post. I'm going to reload the page, pick a cash winner after this next chart. And we will check out ADA, ADA to the Bitcoin. Look at that. Double up. That looks good. That look real good. ADA walking that walk right now. Problem is this. A lot of people wouldn't even see this in this chart, but this is the problem. Is that look at that. It broke out so big, but then came right back down, flatlined, tried it again, and already it's getting rejected. That's a sign of weakness, right? If we went on a bigger scale, a lot of these charts do this on a slower scale where they have one big hill and then one smaller hill right there before they go back down, right? I think this might be a variation of that. Being that ADA is completely new, doesn't have a lot of data at all. But if you move that just a little bit, it's almost like the exact same pattern, right? So now what I'm looking at with ADA are these two intersections right here. Look at that. That's how you freestyle on a Fibonacci too, by the way. Right? So it hit its head right there on the 468. That's it. Like I hope y'all lucky y'all got YouTube. Y'all can just hit that rewind button and see that. Say, boy, BK, how you do that right there? How you do that? How you do that? Two intersections, 7 and 77. Bam. Bam. That's it. That's it. What does that give you? What does that give you? That give you all the energy that it could go up to in the first cycle. 1 + 2 = 3. Look at that. We learned this stuff in the first grade, you guys. We learned it in the first grade. So what's going to happen for ADA? ADA is about to chill out in between the 2.4 and the 3.2 and figure out what it is she wants to do. If she drops down, she's coming down here, which I think she might come down anyway, because if you see, This thing basically goes all the way across and gives her a nice clean area to bounce off of right there. See that area right there? Basically this little micro channel where the 7 bounced and the candles, you know, broke down at. That's like a little micro fractal level that's built into the chart. I think that's where this thing is coming down to. If I was a betting man, that's what I would be betting on right now. I would be betting that ADA comes down to 1,000 pretty soon. Probably right around there, right? If we wanted to see it, 1, 2, 3, yeah, because then the 77 is going to come up. Look, this is exactly where it's going to happen too. 1, 2, 3. Did I miss it? All right, I missed it. I was a little off. It'll happen right around there. Because the 77 is going to come up, go flat. The candles are going to come down, and then we'll have this. Actually, no, we'll have the next channel building out right there. So it'll still hit right there. It should hit right there, right around 1,000. If it stays up here, it very well could. Look for that next spike, though, to come before this wave right here. So this is going to be before Christmas, right? Before Christmas, it's going to do one of two things. It's going to break down or it's going to break out. If it breaks out, it will do something like that. If it breaks down, it'll do something like that. Either way, this is still a strong chart. It just needs a little bit of time to give itself, you know, time for a second win, right? That's it. I don't think it can do it right now, especially getting rejected right there. So clean at the 4.6. Normally when that happens, it has to go back, hit a reset button down to the 1.6, you know, build up a head full of steam up to the 3.2, hit that one time, bam, and start a clean breakout going into the next channel. But this is a good coin, you guys. If you can get it at 1,000, that would be a solid pickup. No joke. So just hold off for a couple days, let Bitcoin take some of this steam out the market. And then this will definitely be one of the bigger ones coming up. So there you go, guys. That's ADA. If you haven't done it already, hit that like button. If you appreciate, you know what I'm saying, coming on the air with the boss, you know, again, this is going to be its own standalone video. So for a few of you, the people looking at these charts, bossofbitcoin.com, this is one of the things I do, put together all my insight, my knowledge, and foresight into the market as well, into the resources on this. So you just scroll down to the bottom and you see some of the different packages and charts, you know, picks, different things I got put together. We'll get into that more at the end of the next video. So check it out if that's something that interests you. Now let's go ahead and make this money. Last chance, people, share that post right there. Let me jump on this, update our frame here. Thank you, Juan Carlos. I do appreciate that. My man Juan Carlos said, because you are truly the best. Small token of my appreciation, saving the real Satoshis for the drinks I owe you on South Beach. Well, I will drink to that. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Looking forward to kicking it, you know what I'm saying, this weekend in Miami as well.